Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Lux Innovation Leaders Series. And today I have an amazing R&D innovation leader with me, and we're going to explore a lot of really exciting topics. It's Greg Meyers from Nourish Ventures. Greg, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so let's start with, and by the way, I'm Marisa Kopec. I'm the president at Lux Research. Let's move on to some leadership decision-making topics. And, as a leader, one of the, especially around marrying consumer insights with technology, because that means you have an insights team or a marketing team, you've got R&D, they don't really work together on a day-to-day basis, yet we're starting to bring these insights together. How do you drive cross-functional collaboration in your organization, in particular lead kind of fundamentally different islands of operating and bring them together on an innovation journey? How are you doing that?
Yeah, and we're getting a little bit into some of how Griffith then would run what we call kind of innovation process management, which would be no surprise in terms of how we just generally do innovation from ideation through to commercialization, and along that
Hmm.
entire protocol, and you leverage stages and gates in terms of ensuring that you bring the right subject matter experts in and through the process to
Hmm.
ensure that it's not an R&D scientist who's ideating and taking everything all the way through to commercialization, which can and has been a challenge in the past, but making sure that you're leveraging the expertise of the right subject matter expert along the way, whether that's procurement, FSQS, regulatory. I mean, all of these individuals need to be critical stakeholders in any new innovation development, especially when you're trying to bring into the food value chain a new novel ingredient, because oftentimes whether you're dealing with startups, whether you're dealing with an innovation born from within the four walls of your organization, you're likely going to have some need for those external experts to help guide the project, but also make sure by the time you're ready to petition to those regulatory bodies, whether they're local, regional, global, you're going to have to make sure that you have those right touch points to make sure that those boxes are getting checked along the way. Because what you don't want is to be, hey, we're ready to launch, and then now all of a sudden you're identifying all these gaps that we're not satisfied through the project management of the development of that technology. So we follow general IPM. Now we've adopted and modified it specific to ensuring that we're doing a consumer-centric led approach to how
Hmm.
we go about just filling the funnel for one, but then also how do we innovate, whether that's through the four walls of Griffith, or and that's where Nourish Ventures can often come in, of being an active participant in these Griffith innovation brainstorms, where we can then see ideas that are coming out from Griffith Foods, and then okay, hey, we'll take that one and we'll go find the right startup or ecosystem partner that can help us to scale that solution. Specifically, if it's something that doesn't readily exist in commerce today. So,
Hmm.
in all intents and purpose, a cross collaborative functional group is not only part of our innovation brainstorm up front, but definitely part of the entire process along the way. And obviously, some phases may be more very heavy R&D led, where as you get
Okay.
later towards commercialization, you're going to see a lot more involvement from your commercial functions like sales and even procurement and like our material planners of how are we going to service our customers with this solution, and making sure that it's scalable to go through our manufacturing and production line. So I would say it's just a very, very collaborative process throughout. I would never say there's one phase where you want to start to be collaborative. It's really all phases of innovation that you must be collaborative. Otherwise, you're at risk from missing or having critical errors that would prevent you from launching in your anticipated time.
Well, you said a phrase that's near and dear to my heart, and our clients know I do a lot of research and writing about that, which is taking a human-centric approach. So I love to see it happening, and it's great that it's happening in your organization.